Welcome, Cancerians, to your Astro Oracle card reading, and for you I pulled number 34, Grouse. And grouse medicine is the sacred spiral. It is the result of manifestation. Whatever you've been working on in your life, whether subconsciously or consciously, it's going to come to a head this week. This is a culmination point for you. Now, number 34 does break down to 7, which is the number for spiritual illumination according to Carl Jung. And so this week, it is going to be an epiphany, a breakthrough, a paradigm shift. Something is going to significantly change in your life. Now, when the spiral appears, we can either spiral up or we can spiral down. Now, some people will say that you can only spiral up, but that is not true. It is possible, and people have de-evolved on their spiritual journey. That is a possibility. We can always backslide. So this is a week where we're going to really be aware of what we are manifesting, how we are creating our life. It is going to have that illumination, because when you encounter what you manifested, then you can figure out how it happened. You can look at your subconscious patterns of thought. You can look at your belief system and see how what manifested came to be and why it came to be. So this is going to be a big week for you, Cancerians. Whenever the grouse shows up in one of my readings, I usually have a life-changing event. So as a mineral companion, we have black tourmaline. This is a root chakra stone of great protection. So this means that basically negativity can't touch you. This is a stone that absorbs negativity. So this tells me that this event this week is going to be a positive one for you. Now, because you are protected. As your advice card, I pulled the crow, another sacred animal, another sacred bird. And so birds, generally in all spiritual systems, represent spirit. So you have two very, very powerful sacred birds here. And the crow represents the law. As an advice card, it really speaks to telling your truth, telling things from your perspective. Now, speaking your truth can be very difficult. Sometimes it can be scary, especially if you're around people who are not like you, who do not agree with you, who do not have your experiences. They don't come from your belief system. But it's important to always speak your truth, to always come from that place of authenticity. For one, people can always detect when people are not telling their truth. And when you don't tell your truth, you look and you seem disingenuous, you seem suspicious. So a lot of people don't like others who don't speak their truth. Not to mention, you rob the other person of the experience of hearing something new. Even if they experience cognitive dissonance, even if they can't hear it because they are so filled with their own belief system, just that little seed being planted in their mind can be an extraordinary moment for them in their lives. It may come to bear fruit later on in their lives. So when you don't speak your truth, you're really robbing other people of your authentic self. And that is a great loss. So this is a week to speak your truth. And as a clarifying card, I pulled the feline. And the feline represents in reverse taking on other people's burdens, taking on other people's work. The feline represents a fee, literally. And so when it shows up, it's saying you have a fee, you owe something. But in this case, it's not something that you actually owe. This is something that someone else has put on you, someone else's burden. And what the feline says is go ahead, finish the job. You agreed to it. But maintain your boundaries after this and don't take on loads that are not yours. And for someone who's an empath, that means don't take on other people's emotions. So the number 65 does break down to 11, which is the number for synchronicity and awakening. So this is a week where you're going to have a big realization about how you interact with others, and if you are taking on other people's energy, other people's work, and giving that work back to them. So it is a wonderful, powerful week for you, Cancerians. Enjoy this moment. It is going to be possibly life-changing, but that's always exciting. And if you approach this from the mindset that this is fate and this is something that you can actually work with, then you're going to get through this just fine. So bye for now.